Alrighty, guys, you know what time it is. Welcome back. You know what we got going on. It's your boy D. All right. So remember, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, right? Take it for educational and entertainment purposes only, right? Just want to always remind you of that this is mostly my opinion and just public information that I collect and bring to y'all, right? To bring some sort of value and kind of give you my thoughts just from someone that's just like your retail investor and kind of my experiences and what goes on in the market, right? But hey guys, we're just gonna kind of zoom through this today because I had a lot of coffee, right? So I'm ready to go. And yeah, we got some information to talk about on AMC, on Lucid, and BBIG. All right, so we're gonna have to get into that information. Thank you to the subscribers as always. Thank you for coming back and watching, guys. We're always progressing, growing the channel, getting more views, getting more likes and comments and subscribers, right? So thank you so much. I appreciate the support. And yeah, I'm always gonna, try to give you my honest opinion on what's going on. And yes, I do believe in the MOAS. I do believe it's near, and I always, have receipts and data to back it up, right? So I kind of take time off on the weekends, take my time, right? Since the markets are closed, I try to spend not that much time watching, YouTube and things like that. But on Sunday nights, it's kind of like where I catch up and see what has been going on, or on Twitter and things like that, right? But one of the best things about this whole thing about, the movement with AMC and GameStop is like the community, right? I do enjoy the community. We have our ups and downs, like, right? We fight sometimes and we're happy, sometimes, and we're all, coming together for the same thing, and we all have like the same mission, right? So, the patient ones, the ones who wait it out, understand the psychological warfare that they have brought on us, right? And played upon us, right? Then those are the ones, in my opinion, that are going to get paid out, right, at the end of all this. But it's not over. There's a lot of proof that this is far from over. It's still going. The market, AMC is still a company, still a stock. It's still a short squeeze play, in my opinion. All right, guys. So, yeah, let's jump into this. All right. Um, the one other thing is that I did buy a GME share, right? Because I always say that, they're going to squeeze at the same time. And I believe that we're one, not two, right? So because we all have the same mission. So yeah, I actually own one stock of GME here. I'll show it to you guys real quick. All right, now we're on the desktop. Cool. So right here. Hope you guys had a great weekend too. You know, we're almost going into summer, so summer's always fun, right? So here we go. One share of GME, right? And I'm down a little bit on it, but it's okay. I'm just holding it, right? So check this out. Let's jump into the information. So last night, like I said, I was reading and I saw this article, and it says largest U.S. pension bought AMC, AMD, and Block stock. It sold Netflix, right? So I started reading it because yeah, they sold Netflix. So the largest public pension in America loaded up on a high-profile meme stock and tech stocks, and it cut back on the streaming giant before the shares went on their latest plunge. So it's the California Public Employees Retirement System bought more shares of the movie theater AMC, right? Chipmaker AMD and SquarePants, these other ones, and it slashed its Netflix in the first quarter, right? So this year. And they disclose the information, right? And then it says that they manage about 450 billion in assets. That's more than any other public pension in the U.S. All right, so they bought 155,000 of AMC shares to end the first quarter with 775,392 shares. It's the third consecutive quarter that CalPERS has bought the stock. So they buy every quarter, it looks like. All right, so for three consecutive quarters now, and more than quadruple the investment in the fourth. Ooh, so they're going in, right? All right, next, I just want to show you the chart on AMC. I'm hoping that we get back to this major support line here soon. This one, the blue one, right? Because we dipped under it when before we hadn't broken it, right? But it's just short term, guys. Obviously, the super trend is red, but it can be red for a while, and then there's going to be a point where it turns green, all right? And it's lining up with all the information that we got that a lot of people. I'm looking forward to the June time right now, right? Like the first week, second week of June, there's the what's going on with that, like the collateral checks and things like that, right? With the banks and the whole executive order. So I'm hoping, I'm looking forward to seeing what goes on with that. All right, so but for now, yeah, we're looking for volume to come in. We're looking for this thing. That's the way we pumped up last time, right? Like if you see the volume bars right here, they definitely jumped up high, right? So just wanted to point that out. Today was just pretty neutral, right? Didn't It popped up in the morning on the same algorithm like always and then dropped, right? So if you want to just take a look at the 2 minute, real quick, but it basically ended the day flat. All right, so next, let's go on to here. 11,000 calls in the money currently, with supposedly only 95,000 shares left to borrow. But this is what's dumb, right? So this is how I know it's fixed. Like they have some kind of deal, right? Because the lenders and the borrowers, because there was 90,000 shares, right? And then the fee was higher, right? Or there was 100,000 shares to borrow supposedly, and the fee was 1.9. But then there was less shares to borrow, and the fee went down. How's that? That's supposed to work the opposite, right? If there's less shares, shouldn't the fee be going up? And then, but you know, I'm always gonna stay positive, guys. I believe in it, and this could turn the tables real quick. These are a lot of these are out of the money, but if we start to see the price shoot up, right, it starts to run hard like it does in the past, then we could potentially see like some type of gamma, right? I'm not guaranteeing, I'm not saying it will happen. It's just the potential is there, is all I'm saying. There's a lot of puts in the money right now, and but there's way more open interest in the calls where it could start running and put the market makers in a bind. All right. So next, yeah, real quick down too. So, maybe they are running out of liquidity. This is interesting that for the first time in a while, they're only shorting 40%, 47% rather than 60%. That could also be a sign, right? That, things are changing a little bit. We'll have to wait and see, right? It's too early to tell. Another thing, Switzerland's central bank scooped up Apple, AMC, Tesla, and Rivian stock, right? So the Central Bank of Switzerland increased positions in some of the largest U.S. traded equity investments in the first quarter. The Swiss National Bank bought stock of the iPhone maker, Their Chain, AMC, and an electric vehicle maker, Tesla, and Rivian, right? So pay attention, guys. Like there's a lot going on in the background. It might not be showing up on the chart yet in the price, right? But there's a lot of buys, right? And I'll confirm that with you guys right now. But this is what I'm saying. The community, AMC community, is just, why I'm still in this, for sure. Because check this out. All I said was AMC will squeeze. Believe that, right? So a lot of people, agree with me, and they're all apes, guys. Look, these are all AMC shareholders, in my opinion, at least most of them, because they have it in their description, right? So shout out to all the apes out here, always supporting each other, right? Staying positive and understanding that, our payday will come. See, just right here, AMC, GME. Okay. So it goes on. There's a lot of apes out there, right? So that's why I continue to hold. And then I went to check, right, just to make sure some of the buy orders for AMC, right? We're talking about, the California Public Retirement System right here, 775,000. And then as we go up, this is a more recent date. So in May, you still see a lot of, big, there's the Swiss National Bank, 2.2 million shares. You see some puts, here from CTC, but they also have calls. But the green are also new positions, guys, right? So that means that they're buying, right? There you go. Look, 100,000 oops and puts. Boulder Hill Capital, 53,000 shares. Capital Fund is holding 1.2 million shares. They also have some puts, so they're playing both sides. Both sides. Vanguard is as of let's see, May 13th, holding 47.3 million shares of AMC. I mean, some of these are some big positions, right? Billions, millions of dollars as well, right? So check out all the green. Hey, that means that, the big dogs are getting in position, and I keep, seeing this, and I believe it now. I have the data, right, to confirm it, the receipts. So we're looking good there. Just some different numbers here, guys. This is StockTwits. When I first, joined this chat room, I think there was like about 160,000 people in it. Now we're talking about 382,000 people. So you tell me that this is over, right? It's far from over, guys. All right, that's all I got for AMC. Next, we're just gonna touch on BBIG, guys. Not looking that good, right? Low volume. Even though the TYDE news came out, we should have seen a big push already, in my opinion, because you have to buy them by the 18th, the shares, right, in order to get the dividend. As far as that's the most current information that I remember, right? So I'm not really too bullish. I actually think this is gonna get rejected here again, and it's gonna come down to about, this support level around $2. Because there's not really much going on with it other than that news, right, that came out. But let's go ahead and take a look at the 2-minute chart right now. But here we have the OBV, and this is what is interesting to me, like it means that it's pretty much, highly shorted, because you see the money come in and in and in, it doesn't leave. We've talked about the OBV before. If it leaves, like compared to like Netflix, Facebook, all these other stocks that we've looked at, like the OBV follows when the money leaves, right? So in my opinion, yeah, this is highly shorted. It could be a short squeeze play, right? That's why people got in it. But yeah, there's just not a lot of catalysts that I see that are coming up that are going to move it up, right? So definitely short term, the markets are down, right? Not really much action with it. So if you sign up for their emails, let's move on to this. They're going to send you, you know, the SEC filings every time. And so they file a lot. But the one they filed today, kind of not looking so good, right? Let me read to you what I, you know, what caught my attention, but it's a bad thing. So, consistent with its results for the second, third, and fourth quarters of 2021, the company will report a net loss for the 3 months ended in March 31st, 2022. That is significantly greater than the net loss reported for the 3 months ended in March 31st, 2021. The increase in net loss is primarily due to the significant impact of losses of issuance of warrants that qualify for warrant liability accounting treatment during the 3 months that ended March 31st, 2022, and a loss due to change in fair value of warrants outstanding as of March 31st, 2022, right? So a significant increase in authorization of deferred financing costs, expense incurred in the 3 months ended in March 31st, 2022. So they're saying that, you know, they're not looking too good, that they continue to, you know, post losses. That's pretty bad, right? You want to have a company that is posting profits if you're investing in them, you know, most of the time, right? So again, not financial advice. Do what you want to do with your money, but just giving you that information there. Okay, so Lucid actually is looking pretty good in my opinion. Now that we're looking at it, right, it's gotten some strength the past few weeks, and we actually got a cross of the EMAs. All right, this is the 10-minute chart. So we're looking good there, stair stepping, and this is actually healthy consolidation right now, right? As long as it bounces off the support of the $17 area. Okay, it is coming down right a little bit, but so did the market, you know, and it did run for, you know, a few days here. So it's not looking too bad. You can zoom out a little bit. See, as you can see, it had dropped down all the way to 13.25 was the low, and it's back up in the $17 range, right? And again, that's why I put these blocks here. Look at where it came to, exactly right to that trading area. It's the supply and demand zones that I always like to point out, and it works with a lot of stocks when you're doing TA, right? So I like to use them. And then the EMAs, and you see the cross is starting to happen. So it needs to bounce and start, you know, stair stepping again. We might see a similar move, but you know, where you see a little pump up and then you get a flag, and that's the bullish part of it, right? So, but right now it just, the RSI is looking healthy, came back down to neutral. The only thing, the MACD cross, this is looking like it's gonna have a few more, you know, selling, or a little more selling pressure on it before it crosses back. But yeah, definitely, in my opinion, a great price right now to buy. I'm trying to add right when I can for Lucid, because I'm definitely going long on this baby, right? I believe in it long term. And where I live, I continue to see more and more Lucids on the road, and you know, I see them, you know, opening the shops and the dealerships and all that, and like, I think it's gonna be good in a few years, right, for sure. And then just, you know, something I want to point out, this article is positive again for Lucid. Soros fund doubles down on Rivian, bet buys stakes in Lucid and Neo. Right, so this guy, this fund sold Fisker and GM positions, and they got into more Rivian and Lucid as well. So as it disclosed in February, Soros Fund had nearly 20 million shares of Rivian, worth about 2 billion at the time. Right, so the big money guys, they're loading up right now. They like to buy when things are cheap, right? So they can sell when the markets turn around and go back up, right? The investment has not paid off amid steep declines for Rivian, right? We know that. But yeah, they don't say how much money they put into Lucid. I think it's down here. But yeah, investors cheered, however, that the EV guidance, right, is in production, 25,000 for Rivian, right? EVs this year. And that's just going to get bigger and bigger as we go along, right, for the next couple of years. But yeah, they also revealed new stakes in the EV makers Lucid and China-based Neo. All right, so there you go, showing you what it's. Oh, and it sold off Lyft and Peloton. So they got money out of there, right? They're like, they see a better opportunity with Lucid and Rivian in the EV sector, and they're gonna put that money to work there now, right? So yeah, guys, just that's the information I got for you today. You know, just wanted to give you an update. Let's close this out. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, right? Just you know, if you're an AMC shareholder, I'm here holding with you guys. Not gonna give up, right? I don't believe that AMC is going to go bankrupt anytime soon. So the squeeze play until they cover those shorts, right? Until they can prove that they covered those shorts and we see the price go up. You know, I'm in it to win it, baby. So catch you tomorrow's video, all right? So peace out.